clever girl. Hello again, YouTube! We're here at Jurassic World, and by that I mean Thesaurus Park. This epic dinosaur-related level on Scribblenauts Unlimited. This is my series for object creation. Basically, I will create your favorite characters from movies, video games, TV shows, any kind of nerd and geek culture things. And the way that I choose the item each week is based off of whatever is most popular. So whatever character, thing, objects, etc. are requested by the most amount of different people. That will be the winner for the week, and so we're starting off with an Allosaurus for this week's popular request, which was the Indominus Rex from Jurassic World. This should be a fun one, you know, it's not so much a human or humanoid type creation that we're doing. This time, of course, we get to create a dinosaur. So the reason that I started off with the Allosaurus is that I sort of like the designs, of course. I think that proportionally it's gonna give us kind of what we need and stuff, so you'll see kind of why also as we start using it and as we start creating and get further on with the creation. We are gonna take off the head right now, and so the other thing is that I think that the neck for the Allosaurus is probably not what we're gonna use, so we're gonna take a different neck in just a second. So of course different arms, different legs will be involved, but first, just to get the color sort of right, I like this pattern right here that we use from the color pattern library. It's got that sort of gray look to it, but it looks sort of scaly or liney, you know. So it kind of gives us that skin or scale-ish type look to it for the Indominus Rex. And so the arms we're definitely going to edit, because the Indominus Rex actually is like a Tyrannosaurus Rex looking sort of creature, but it has these big longer arms, you know. The T-Rex, one of its flaws, of course, is its short little arms. But I said that we were gonna go with a different neck, one that's a little bit more proportional. You know, the Allosaurus, the neck sort of gets wider at the top, strangely enough. And so for this one, we're actually gonna take the neck of a dinosaur, so just grab that and place it over the neck. And for the start of the arms, for our Indominus, we're gonna start off with we'll use an iguanodon, the top part of its arms. And then, you know, it has these claws and things, and so to conserve stamp space, we're actually gonna go with the werewolf right here. The werewolf has the little claws on the end of it, so that's gonna be like the other part of its arm. So you can see that we, again, it's sort of like a two-parter for the arms of our Indominus. And so ivory is actually gonna be its big claw. You know, it almost has this like thumb, you could say, you know, so its thumb claw is this little bit bigger, almost like how the velociraptors have the one claw, you know, that sticks out on their feet. Well, the Indominus has one on its hands. Whenever I say Indominus, of course, that's short for just Indominus Rex. That's why I'm saying Indominus. We'll take off the bottom part of the legs. We're gonna go ahead and keep the top ones, of course, the thighs, I guess. So those thigh pieces are fine. We are gonna use a Hydra. The thing I like about the Hydra is that it does have the little claws on the end of its feet, so sort of like the dragon's feet. You know, you could use that probably, but they're a little bit, I guess, longer. I think proportionally I just wanted the Hydra's feet for this look, but of course I encourage you to, you know, kind of put your own spin on the creations and things like that. These are just sort of a basis and a guideline to hopefully help you with some ideas. That's always the point of my series. But anyway, as I said, the Indominus Rex is sort of a Tyrannosaurus-looking dinosaur. And so with that, we'll take the T-Rex's head. It is actually in two different parts, so that will take up 2 stamps to do so. There's the top head stamp, and then there's the bottom jaw, I guess, with the teeth in it and stuff. And we actually took that bottom jaw and copied it and put it behind the head on the top part of the head. And that was so that we could have teeth on that top layer showing up. A fang is going to sort of be the horn type, I guess, shape that's on the top of the Indominus Rex's head, just above the eye. And I like how the T-Rex does have this sort of, I guess that would sort of be the skin above its eye. I like that because our Indominus Rex does sort of have that shape as well. Let's see here. A chicken nugget is actually what we did for the kind of nose crater. That is not a nostril. It's just sort of this crater that's on the face of the Indominus Rex. And it does have spikes all down its body. And so we're actually going to use grass for that because it looks a lot like the spiky shapes that are by default on the Allosaurus's tail, body. It actually has one on the head, but of course we removed that. It's also a way for us to kind of make the most out of stamp space because the grass, when we do grass, you know, it has several points to it. And so we did hair on the elbows, I guess, of our Indominus Rex because it does have these sort of hairy looking spikes on its elbows. So that was sort of a way to get multiple points out of it while still sort of saving stamp space, of course. But anyway, we are editing the properties now, so this would be the health, the speed, lots of things like that. And whenever I do this in my series, I like to just read background information or fun facts about whatever it is we are creating. So here we go today. The Indominus Rex is a new hybrid attraction in Jurassic World. The result of combining the genetic traits of multiple species has given rise to this aggressive new dino. know. Some of the known species that were used in the creation of the Indominus Rex are Tyrannosaurus, Velociraptor, Carnotaurus, Giganotosaurus, Majungasaurus, and Rugops, as well as various modern animals like a cuttlefish and even an unspecified species of tree frog. Its name, Indominus Rex, actually means fierce or untamable king. Both Indominus and Rex are words of Latin origin, where Rex means king and Indominus is fierce or untamable. The I-Rex's roar is presumed to reach 140 to 160 decibels, which is about the same as a 747 taking off and landing. A 747 is a plane, if that wasn't obvious. It can reach a running speed of 30 miles per hour. Well, as Jurassic World's wiki notes, that's when it's just confined to its enclosure. See what happens, however, in the movie Jurassic World, and if you haven't seen it yet, I think it is absolutely incredible, and I've always been obsessed with dinosaurs and the first Jurassic Park since I was a little kid. I had tons and tons of dinosaur toys and Jurassic Park toys, the video games, and all of that good stuff, and Jurassic World has done so well in the box office. In fact, I will read from the wiki about it, a direct quote. As of June 22nd, 2015, Jurassic World has grossed $414.3 million in North America and $594.5 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $1.057 billion against a production budget of $150 million. Worldwide, it is the 16th highest grossing film of all time, the third highest grossing film of 2015, the highest grossing film in the Jurassic Park film series, and the second highest grossing film distributed by Universal Pictures. Its worldwide opening of $524.4 million is the biggest of all time. It also marked the first time that a film had generated over $500 million worldwide in a single weekend. So I hope that that tells you something. You should definitely go see it. I just enjoyed it so much. Oh my gosh, it was so great. But anyway, here is our Indominus Rex right now, and with the Allosaurus being the source object, one, I guess, disadvantage here is that it will not open the jaws. So if you do have like a T-Rex as your source object, it will be able to open the jaws, and some other dinosaur or prehistoric creatures in this game. But the reason actually that I chose the Allosaurus is for that sort of hunched over look. So even when it's running, I mean, I feel that this is kind of representative of the Indominus Rex in the movie. And we're actually seeing now here the Indominus Rex is fighting a Tyrannosaurus Rex that was just already on this level, the Thesaurus Park. But I mean, it's like the movie Jurassic World. I don't know how much is a spoiler or not for you guys. I mean, but the Indominus Rex actually fights the T-Rex. But again, that was why I chose the Allosaurus. And if you remember in the movie, whenever Indominus is running, it actually moves its head forward and sort of does have that hunched over look, like hunched forward. And so you can even see here that in Scribblenauts, our Indominus is doing the same thing, and that's actually because the Allosaurus was the source object. So if you saw when I made Godzilla, I also made that with the source object of an Allosaurus, and you notice my Godzilla actually ran forward like that. It sort of hunched way forward, and so that's, again, one of the consequences, but I wanted it, so to me it's an advantage of using the Allosaurus as the source object. But now we've got a crazy all-out war between Ultron and Indominus, and it actually turns out Ultron would win. You are going with modern man's creation of an Indominus Rex, but you're also going with the quote-unquote superior being of Ultron, you know? We created Ultron in last week's episode, so if somebody hasn't seen that yet, yes, we have created it very recent ago. We'll put out another Indominus now that our Ultron has been taken down a lot of the health, and Indominus comes out on top this time. It looks like it's just going on a rampage. This is so great. We actually probably should make it a lot bigger, just because you can see my avatar right now is actually, I mean, that's kind of close to scale. Obviously, Scribblenauts is a different world and stuff, but if we made it just a little bit bigger, then it would probably be slightly more accurate. So I will definitely do that after the video is done. Oh, I just shot one of Maxwell's brothers right here. Gosh dang it. And the funny thing is that that is Rex, Maxwell's brother Rex. So the I-Rex and Rex are both after me right now, and I thought they would fight each other if I went high enough, but it doesn't look like they're gonna do that. Yeah, so they're both just waiting for me to come down. But let's see here. Of course, our Indominus Rex can make mincemeat out of this ranger. It's like a military ranger, and yep, one shot, one kill. So it's incredible, it's powerful, just like the Indominus Rex. Now, I've also given it a script because of its actually the cuttlefish DNA, I believe was what it was. If our Indominus Rex moves close enough to a bush or some kind of grass, basically greens, it will become camouflage. So you see that the camouflage does work, and that's actually a script. We need to go into it. I have not done it to where basically I want the camouflage to wear off after a while. So it's basically just a script of whenever it moves near an object, and of course you can do grass or bush and see the general categories for that, then it will add an adjective of camouflage. Then I want to wait a set set time. Just do however many frames you want it to wait, and then do remove an adjective and type in camouflage. So there, that will solve our little scripting problem right there. So yep, there it goes. The camouflage has worn off exactly how I wanted it to, and so why not see some more battling or fighting? Wow, this monster actually, it's a big monster, but it looks like because it's so big, it actually is getting off the hits. The Indominus Rex does not attack fast enough to hit it, so we'll take it aside here. I'm just gonna turn off the adjective big. Maybe that'll help, or maybe it'll still just attack really fast. It looks like it can still get a lot of hits in, but Indominus just got one hit in and it was huge. So all it needs is just one more hit. There we go. I knew that a monster couldn't beat the Indominus, and so it's just wreaking havoc all over this entire world. This poor little Stegosaurus. It's a tiny Stegosaurus. It's one of the like puzzles that you do in this level in particular. It shrinks that Stego down to a very small size, so that was not the default Stegosaurus. Let's see here. What else can we do? Well, we can make our Indominus Rex friendly and ride on top of its back. And you know something? Let me actually jump forward. I'll do this in post-production. We'll jump forward here in time, and I will actually create some little mock-ups right here of the Raptor Squadron. We've got Blue, we've got Delta, we've got Charlie, and we've got Echo. Again, these are just mock-ups. We didn't really take too much time on the creation of them, so no need to nitpick those. These are just quick representations of them. I just wanted to see actually, especially in size comparison, you know, we want the Indominus to sort of tower over them to some degree. So again, as I mentioned before, we're gonna make our Indominus Rex a little bit bigger, but you get the point. It all looks good. So thanks again, everybody who's been subscribed to me or been watching me for longer than 1 year knows that July, which is coming up very soon, is actually Founders Month for Dr. Kendo Commentaries. This summer, I'm going to try. I really can't make promises because you guys know me and time and how busy and crazy my life is, but I do want to really make an effort to try to get out a lot of special things in July. So this is going to be hopefully more videos for that month in particular, but also more types of special videos and things like that, you know, things that we don't get to see too often maybe, or that we haven't seen before on Dr. Kendo Commentaries. So I hope that you guys are excited for that, because I certainly am. And I appreciate everybody's support. Some of the comments, you guys are just amazing. And I want everyone to know that I will release an episode very shortly for the characters from Inside Out, the emotions of Inside Out. So if you're watching this in current time, that will be coming out very shortly. There was just about as high of a demand for that as there was for Indominus Rex, so it's almost a tie. So why not bring you 2 episodes close together instead of making you have to wait a whole nother week for that to come out? I will release that shortly. So I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing. So you can be the viewer and
down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives as the spectacle begins. I've been down the road of twists